Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17 here, bringing you another episode of Civilization 6. Playing as the American faction, but under Teddy Roosevelt. In any case, we have expanded greatly over this continent. Now we do have a Russian threat, which is funny, and we're probably going to build some military units for a defensive line here. Right now I'm building my this stupid thing, to essentially help scout the seas and figure out where the rest of, well, the enemy is, because we need to know. We need to know where the enemy is. Religion-wise, we lost. We don't have religion. We're going to probably have Russian Orthodoxy, which is fine. I don't really care. Other things, we're doing okay on.
There is no easy way to train an apprentice. My two tools are example and nagging.
That is great. I'm so happy for you. In any capacity, let's put down a wheat farm. Let's send this person over here to make sure no barbs spawn. Figure our territory will guard the rest, and along with all those other warriors and stuff. There's a lot of Russians, so probably again get more units shortly for a defensive line over here. With that builder probably disappearing. No, I don't. So I'll probably put a builder and get this stuff done up north near Buffalo, and then run over to Chicago. Alright, so for the galley, we're going to put you to explore. We're going to, like I said, we're going to buy a builder. We're going to choose production. Now, Washington, we have a commercial hub, and we have a harbor. So right now we're getting a lot of money and a lot of resources. Well, alright, so what else do I want? Well, for this city, which, let's see. It's actually probably a good idea to see what the city has to offer. Can I really not click on the city? Oh, never mind. I was like, well, shouldn't there be a more detailed schematic to show pretty much what everything I get? But that's fine. So, industrial center or theater. Now, again, we are focusing St. Louis on, again, science, but maybe another science center wouldn't be that bad. Again, and that way we could also get the Great Library. Must be adjacent to campus. So, and then, or we can get an industrial zone or a theater. One of the two would probably be better. Now, for me, I feel like industrial zone would probably be the best, that we can decrease production to a huge amount, which would help us with a lot of things long term. So we're going to actually buy that territory over here, get a lot of that construction going again, a lot of the extra bonuses, and we'll let that go for some time. Eastern Orthodoxy, once again, I expected it to spread, so not too worried about that, not too worried in the slightest. Now, again, the question is, as long as we keep Jakarta, our ally is, well, what other threats are there? We know there's at least 4 other civs, so what are we versing is the big question. Okay, well, the trade route go to Chicago to boost that little city up, until, of course, we get some settlers, and not settlers, workers there. Alright, hit the hill. Oh wow, there's actually a barb cannon. So we'll send it over and go kill it. I like the sound of that. And just in case, we will send an additional guy, because the last time I sent, you know, an underprepared force, I paid for it dearly. So let's make sure we have more men. Alright, so explore my ship. Let's see what the rest of the world has to offer. Let's see here. Trading post created. Alright. And wonder completed. Alright. The Great Library. Okay, so someone built the Great Library. So, good thing we didn't go down campus and try to focus on that. But don't worry, St. Louis still has a huge... Wait. Remove improve. Okay, so there is an improvement there. Alright, so you just make a farm. Feudalism. Perfect. Luckily, the Hanging Guardians we should still be able to nab. So that is a positive. And then also, we can grab maybe another wonder or something along those lines a little later. But at least with this, it's going to be a wonder in a lower ranked city. So that should help boost up the city in some regard for long term. Now the Hanging Gardens are, let's see, increased growth. And I want to say, let's quickly go here. Where is it? There we go, Hanging Gardens. Can I see more details on it, or not going to, because like here you can see like, oh, culture and amenity stuff like blah blah blah, but it's like, why can't I see the rest? All right, you're cool. Anyway, so after that, let's see, let's build a library to increase our science a bit. Let's go around and get another food location. Again, try to boost the city up even further. Let's attack that location. A little bit of damage, not much, but again, they're encamped, and, well, I'm not, so I expected to take, you know, some damage. Once we're done with the industrial site and pretty much all the buildings with it, most likely we're going to start building military units to start a conquest. Again, our main goal is to pretty much fight off enemy forces, and I'm not worried about this because it's a bunch of warriors. I should be able to easily kill them. So, if Jakarta were to turn, which is very unlikely.
The ascent to the highest story is by stairs, and at their side are water engines, by means of which persons, appointed expressly for the purpose, are continually employed in raising water from the Euphrates into the garden.
Look at that. That is beautiful. I like that.
If I were again beginning my studies, I would follow the advice of Plato and start with mathematics.
Nice. Alright, so let's see here. We have a buffalo again, just finished that. We don't really have anything else major that we can do. Ancient walls is something long term we're going to do. But right now, for that, we're actually going to go theater. We don't really have a theater district, and that's something we kind of need. So we're going to go here, and we're going to switch this person, actually, over here. So we can get, again, I want more food, honestly. And then, because we have so many districts, only 4 pop, we're going to rush over here and make sure we grab that ivory, so we can make sure we have that bonus. Now, he left, so he's an idiot. But he's not alone. So let's jump over here and make sure we can counteract that unit. Now I wonder, can I go to Chicago and purchase with Faith? Or Buffalo? Purchase with Faith? No purchase with Faith. Alright. I guess my capital has to change? Alright, so let's see. A little more insight on where we are. Actually, a city right over here may not be too bad, because, yeah, it's close, but we can actually take some territory over the water. So especially like a port like right here would be pretty cool to have, because again, it's kind of like, it's straight Gibraltar, where it's could block a large swath of territory. Envoy. So yeah, we're gonna send it to Jerusalem. That seems like our best bet. I mean, Jakarta, there doesn't seem to be any other civs really trying. If Russia got any more, we'll send some more, so at least we keep Jakarta under our control. But right now, because of the specials I'm getting, I feel pretty confident in trying to boost it one other city-state for long-term benefit. So we'll see about that. So a little fight going on with the barbs over here, which is good. Again, we want to try to clear him out. I'm actually going to retreat this guy back down here, because honestly, we don't need him anymore. We originally, when we were attacking encampment, we needed him, because again, we wanted to make sure that we didn't spawn in a horse or, you know, a knight or something and just get wrecked. Rickety wrecked. But in this scenario, no, we're fine, actually. We can deal with it. So let's hit next turn. Yeah, you can see a lot of our locations are currently just building stuff and long-term stuff as well. So it's a good and bad scenario for us, but I would say for the better, honestly. For the better. Alright, so let's see. Actually, Chicago, can I oh wait, no, it's done. But actually, it might be just easier to purchase a building in Chicago. Alright, let's see. Loading. Alright. Should be dead, but you know. Be fine. And then purchase a building, thank you. We could build a monument or granary. I feel like just getting the granary out of the way would probably be a big deal. So let's do that. I feel, again, I don't want to just buy military units, but I may just start. But at least with the granary down, have at least a foundation for this city. So once the monument's done, we can actually start building some really nice locations around the city. Most likely, I want to build a defensive encampment. I feel like putting it here so I can hit Jerusalem and also possibly start hitting the other city. That's me on one hand. Again, it could probably attack back, but I don't know. I find that pretty cool to put an encampment like right next to a city-state, kind of as a active deterrent. Sort of like what we did with Turkey, where we put nuclear warheads there, so Russia would be like, oh shit. Helped us out during the Cuban Missile Crisis. May have not been the, the best move, if Cuba had it there, but it worked. It worked nonetheless. Alright, so let's see. Need more housing. We're fine in housing. We're fine. Alright, let's get the ivory down. There we go. We got some ivory, so we actually a little bit more gold, which is perfect. Exactly what I need. Alright, next turn. Come on, no whammies. No war, no nothing. Alright, so I'm not seeing much of anything. Oh, actually, going down here, and we're near ice. That's interesting. We're near the bottom. Okay, so that is the bottom.
Defense is superior to opulence.
Okay, we got some new defensive tactics. So, choose Civ. I kind of want to go Civil Servants for Alliance. I feel like that'd be pretty cool. Actually, yeah, garrisoning may not be too bad of an idea. Ooh. Or actually feudism. We could use the builders with extra stuff. Anyway, for Chicago, what should we do? Well, I'm thinking of a harbor, but the commercial district might be the most beneficial so as to get extra, resources. So, yeah, we're going to do that because everything else is pretty much covered. Actually, well, encampment, no suitable location to zone this. Really no Oh, okay, maybe that's to expand a little further. Commercial. We're just going to put it back here because I don't want it to be annihilated. So again, kind of the more valuable stuff behind, because if they get assaulted, I don't want that location pillaged. I really don't want a commercial hub pillaged. You want to have your industry behind. The special building's more in a protected zone of sorts, which is what I'm trying to aim for. We'll see how well that goes. I feel like I should be perfectly fine. But again, I don't know. I don't know what Russia's planning. I have no idea what the French or the United Kingdom. I don't know. I don't know. So let's get the workshop online, and then once that's done, we can actually just start, mass producing units. Now let's see here. Let's actually purchase a builder. No, I don't want to purchase that. Let's get a builder. There we go. So the whole thing with the builder would be to start getting some camps down and maybe a lumber mill. Rationale for that is very simple. I want food. Everyone wants food. More food is good for us. So, pretty good long-term scenario. Pretty good. Now, down south, how are we looking on exploration? Okay, so we hit looks like the Arctic seawall. So we're near the edge of the map, which is good and bad. The good news is we know how big this map is. We don't know long ways how big it is, but I figured that. So we have this continent here and then this continent. Or it could be connected. I don't know. But right now I see two different areas. Possibly. Up to. Let's actually quickly make a... There we go. Let's make that little farm. Okay, so overall, again, this is kind of just more of a building episode. I don't really see too much going on in the sense of war. Although, again, it's just getting the foundation for war. Because, I feel like everyone's like, Greyshot, maybe you should go to war with Russia. Because, I don't think you can trust them. And to be fair, I feel like I can trust them as long as I'm making money. As soon as they stop making money, I feel like they're going to kill me. That's just a feeling I have, but it's a feeling that I feel like is justified. Alright, so anyway, Petra. Alright, you can't do anything there. Great lighthouse. Wait. The building requires a lighthouse building. Okay, so maybe one there, and we'll put it here. And then, let's see. Industrial zone. Commercial hub, that could be good. Yeah, you know what? Maybe a commercial hub. I feel, again, that seems like a good idea. Keep making money. Greyshot 17's quote. Or things to do. Let's see. So yeah, more money there. Let's do that. Also protected. So with that, again,
As
we
it
can
turns
start
out,
making a lot of money.
Mount Kilimanjaro is not Wi-Fi enabled, so I had to spend 2 weeks in Tanzania talking to the people on my trip.
Oh, you poor son of a bitch. About to go on a plane. Can't wait to have that thing Wi-Fi enabled. Or not. Most likely not, because I don't want to pay an absurd charge. What actually is curious here is the fact, A, I don't see a sieve. B, there's actually land down here, so it's its own separate continent. Now, is it going to be its own island? Don't know. But what would be interesting is if we could, if that is completely by itself, would be to send a settler there and actually use it as a staging post. But, well, okay, there's Russian soldiers, so I'm assuming they have the tundra pretty much under their control. It'll be curious to see how far they extend. What might happen is me building a fleet and then coming in from the side and kind of hammering them. Again, I want to see how much territory they have, if they have any good port cities. I mean, if they have a port city, I would be doing fantastic. Because essentially I could just prepare an invasion fleet, as America does, hit them like Normandy, land a ton of American forces, swarm through Russia from the north and through the beachhead that I would create through the city that I would capture, and bing bada boom, I would take Russia before they even think about it. Now again, I would rather go after I really want to go after France or really? I guess I could do that. I mean, it's not as much gold, but who knows? It could be good. It could be good. Alright, anyway. Next turn. You have met Gorgo of the Greek Empire. Where...
Γοργό έμι, χα βασιλέας τα Σπάρτας και χαγεμόν των Χελένων. Τις εσύ, τίνας νίκας χωιός τεσί αγγέλειν.
I have victories against barbarians. It is an honor to meet you, I will say. I would love a sample of your hospitality. There we go. Please don't murder me. I feel like that's a good idea. Well, the fact I met her is weird. Definitely. I wonder if... No? Where did I meet her? Like, it's always weird when you meet a civilization and it's like, where are you again? Not to be rude, I just have no idea where you are. Alright, my scout... Oh, no, okay, here we are. So, my scout must have found a unit. We're actually really close. Closer than I thought. Alright, yeah, maybe another city up here would be pretty good. Actually, it would be awesome if I put a city there with an air base and just started launching air campaigns. Oh my god, we're definitely putting a city there. Absolutely, I am putting a city there as soon as I know with that workshop. Alright, so we'll keep you there, and then we'll send the settler up, and then we can grab iron, and big bada boom, we have our 5th city. Now, again, I most likely will not put a city down here because it's just... It's not a good location. Here, maybe, but I'm still debating on it. I really don't want to. What I may do is just put an encampment location there, so if they do land, I can pretty much hold them back. But I feel like a city up here, it's far enough away from Jakarta and Buffalo, I can easily make something there.
With the advance of feudalism came the growth of iron armor, until, at last, a fighting man resembled an armadillo.
Wonderful. Alright. Choose civilization. Open tree. Let's go down a little bit and see what we need for divine right, which is monarchy. Okay. Not too bad. How about merchant? Okay, yeah, I want to do that. Let's go merchant republic. That seems like a good idea. Anyway, Washington, let's make ourselves a settler, and we're going to send that settler up north and go there. That seems to be our best scenario, and I kind of want to fulfill that scenario. So let's do that. Absolutely. And then once the settler's done, we'll build a few more units. I want a couple more, both... Actually, not just mainline infantry combat, but I also want some guys for long range and also siege weaponry. Actually, I love this location for the city because, again, you can't invade it because of the cliff line. So infantry can't attack the city directly, which is really cool. Next turn. Again, the cliff thing is something that's really cool because a lot of times in Civilization 5, you would just have... I'm thinking of you, Blue Leader. You would just have a guy that would make a huge navy. Oh, great. So she's... None of them like me. Why don't they okay. This is just great. Everyone hates me. Sounds about... If I wanted real life, I would stay in real life. I want to play Civ. I don't want to be in real... I'm kidding. But let's see. Yeah, Russia seems to control this, and we can't seem to get close enough to really get much detail. Though, we have some luxury resource out in the middle of nowhere. Sure, why not? Let's see. Also, very excited. Speaking of things in the middle of nowhere, going to see Rogue One very soon. Very soon. By the time this comes out, I probably have seen it. So I cannot wait. And I am and if you're wondering, hey Greyshot, why are you interested in Rogue One? Other than you a Star Wars fan? Kind of. I enjoy the Star Wars films. Apparently I grew up, and it's funny, I have no memory of this. I love Star Wars, even though I have no memory of Star Wars. It's weird. Where it literally one of my first memories is looking around my my room, and I'm like, what is this? And my parents being like, it's Star Wars, and I'm like, okay, what the fuck is Star Wars? So also it was episode 1, so literally I was decorated with one of the worst movie material of all time. But on the positive note, I'm also interested in seeing Rogue One because of Gareth Edwards. Now, he made Godzilla, and I know a lot of people were upset with Godzilla. I enjoyed it. I did have issues. I think Godzilla had an amazing entrance, and then it was pulled under the rug. But I don't necessarily... I feel like, again, Gareth Edwards was also trying to improve in every single way he possibly could a script that may not have been the best. I truly feel like that script for Godzilla was probably not the best script. And... if you're wondering, oh, what, Greyshot, why do you think that? I have no idea why this is, but to me, and again, I want to see if anyone else is like this. Warner Brothers is in a weird scenario where I no longer think, like, I'm curious. Okay, and I'm building a gallery so we can have more ships explore, because it's always important to explore the seas and know your neighbors. But I'm always so curious why their last few... I mean, they've had a few decent films. But except for their indie stuff, a lot of their bigger films. I'm just like, who the fuck is writing these scripts? Like, Batman vs. Superman. Who thought that would be a great script? And I'm not saying anything along those lines. Just like, writing-wise, that film is not good.
The purpose of education is to replace an empty mind with an open one.
And then you have like Suicide Squad, and it's not just those films; it's a lot of their other properties as well. I don't know, the writing is not as good. And same thing with Godzilla, which they teamed up with I think it's Warner Brothers and Legendary, with Legendary funding Warner Brothers making, maybe Legendary. I don't know how it works, but yeah. Actually, I think Legendary penned the script. Well, Legendary kind of helped. No, Legendary was with Zack Snyder as well, so. Automatic movement. Anyway, I always find it weird how the big movie can go in. It's like, this script is terrible. Why the fuck are we having this? A great example would also be like Ghostbusters. I'm just like, who thought this would be an amazing script idea? I get it, you're trying to like go out there and be like, you know, I want to make this a little different and like, but also the exact same to how the original was. That's fine. Just make sure it's an interesting movie. And that film was just not interesting to me. Again, I know a lot of people who really enjoyed that film, or really liked it, or
don't
really
reinvent the wheel.
All right, perfect. That would be a perfect location to put down a cellar. But yeah, for me, that just turns out to be an okay movie. All right, let's go military tactics to get pikemen. That'd be a great assault against the Russians. And you know what? It's time to actually start building military units. I don't want to actually, but here's the thing: all these units suck. Let me wait till pikemen. So in the meantime, I will get the ancient walls up. That's the least I can do. Seems like a good idea. But yeah, the biggest thing that could hurt a movie in my eyes is the script. Though, speaking of Ghostbusters, I actually saw a good Ghostbusters film. It's called Spectral. It's on Netflix, and again, you can just get a free trial. I'm not sponsoring them or anything, but I started watching this movie. I'm just like, I grew up watching like Sci-Fi Channel original movies, stuff like that, and at the time, like, okay, these are good. Until I realized that what was actually going on was these were all like the very low tier monster movies that bigger budget companies were making, but then Sci-Fi would run them, like Python, Shark Attack. What else am I thinking of? Komodo. Octopus, a lot of just giant monster stuff, but I feel like that was a big resurgence in the late 90s because of CGI. For those who don't know, it's like CGI was everything in the late 90s and early 2000s, where people were just interested in these big special effects or like the creature or whatnot, and not necessarily in the plot. But again, as a kid growing up, I'm like, oh, this is so cool. Cool, 4 gold for every commercial hub district. Perfect, I'm about to make a lot of money. But anyway, back to my original thing. Spectral is essentially, let's have Black Hawk down. What the fuck? I have no idea what the fuck. I guess she doesn't like me because I don't declare war? Alright, that's weird, but sure. Also, they have a caravel. I need to start working on my, No, science I'm third. Oh, Greece is okay, Greek is #1. They're also #1 culture. French is #1 domination, and Peter the Great is religious crazy, which makes sense. They're essentially taking over my civilization for their own gains. So I get that. That makes sense. Let's make a battering ram. That will be good for my units to help assist with attacking cities. And also by that time I should be able to get some pikemen out as well. So I'll make a couple of those, send them over here, and then I'll start preparing an attack force, most likely to take
Σπαρτιάτες καλώς είεσαν. Καρτερός, Ισκουρός, Ανδρέιος.
I'm confused. Do you hate me or do you like me? I don't get you. I'm just gonna move on. I really don't understand you. Do you like me or do you hate me? Do you feel like I'm an idiot or do you feel like I'm a strong Spartan? What are you trying to do? But anyway, as I was saying, Spectral is essentially Black Hawk Down meets Ghostbusters, and oh my god, the movie again, it doesn't have amazing character development and stuff like that, but it's like I don't care as long as you have an interesting premise that follows through and interesting characters. You have my attention. You don't have to have them change throughout the movie. Some movies don't have a character change, and it's fine. It works. The character doesn't have to go through this huge transformation in a 2-hour film. As long as they're good at what they do, that's fine. Anyway, moving on. Let's see here. So our commercial hubs are going pretty well. We have the amphitheater going up. Let's send that over there. Galley. So yeah, automatic exploration. Keep exploring, dude. Keep exploring. Now let's see here. Let's go with nothing is good here. Let's just 1 turn, huh? Do we have anything that's good for 1 turn except for that? Large amount of gold and great merchant points. I really don't need that. Let's just have a Quagmarine. I feel like that would probably be something good for long term. And then we'll probably finish off with making the new city. But again, I feel like this has been a very productive episode. We managed to boost a lot of our, again, different areas. And kind of cover them up with more builders, which is good. Kind of make sure that's in a good position. Probably once we get the commercials up, we'll get more trade routes, which will allow us to help build up this city over here. Which is perfect. Exactly what we need. And again, I feel like right here...
Tactics mean doing what you...
Alright, that's great. Right here. Sorry, I didn't want to go in the wrong area. I know tactics, blah, blah, blah. Great, amazing. And Caravel. Fast reconnaissance, area exploration, melee ship. Alright. So let's have knights. I feel like no catapults. Absolutely, we're getting catapults. We'll have pikemen, we'll have catapults, and we'll launch an assault against the Russians and take back this continent. Well, not really take back, just take it. I feel like taking it is most likely what we're going to be doing. But in any case, guys, let's see here. Getting close to the end. Let's, come on. Everyone move. That's perfect. Can we get here? I need to get that iron. It's very important that I get that iron. Oh, they're moving their shit. Wait, is that? That's a barbarian. Oh, god damn it. Of course it would have to be a barbarian one. Of course it would. That's my luck. Alright, anyway, next turn. The amphitheater's almost done, and actually the commercial hub's almost done. So that would be, again, pretty huge if that one gets completed. Alright, get on. You know what? Screw it. Just going to delete you for some money. Because you're about to die anyway. Gonna be honest. And now we get a little more resources. And actually, we can purchase some units. So we'll have... Oh. We'll upgrade the spearmen. Now we have pikemen. Again, a good thing of having a little bit of extra money in the treasury, so when you do have to do an emergency upgrade, you have that. And you can instantly build it, which is very important. Now I'm probably going to wait for this, and then most likely make myself a trade route. That'll probably go somewhere, so, you know. Probably the city. I feel like probably the city would be a good idea, although maybe another one to another major capital location probably be pretty good. Do a market, boost our money once again, and for Buffalo, let's see, the theater square's done. We have a commercial hub we could always do. Let's just do watermill to boost production. That's pretty good. Yeah, you wait. We're just going to keep you right there. You also gonna wait outside. Again, nice thing about these guys is we should be able to fight off the Russians if they send a large mob at us by just, again, we'll have one group chopping them down and the group behind just firing trebuchets, just round after round at the enemy forces. It's going to be great. The cat's running around. I have no idea why. I'm assuming she's either A, happy I'm home, or B, freaked out because, for something. And by the way, my cat literally will freak out against anything. So, you do something weird. She's like, "Hey, what are you doing? This is not normal. You're usually at that spot. You're not this spot. Get back to your old spot." All right, anyway, let's found the city, which will be Baltimore. All right, sure, why not? And luckily, again, with this location, they can't attack it. So at least we have this entire area to pretty much defend. Now I'm gonna keep this guy here and upgrade him. Again, make sure that he is protected. And we'll go with the monument. Over here, we're just going to go on defense. Quagmire should be done shortly. And then we'll build ourselves another trade route. I feel like it'd be easier to purchase it with the 50 gold making per turn. But again, that's just me. I feel like essentially we're going to be a huge market economy, which is amazing because, again, that's what America is. We essentially... One of the reasons why we have done so well and America became a superpower is because we literally funded the world. So that's what I'm going to do this game.
One man's magic is another man's engineering.
Perfect. So you're going to play defensive. You're just going to come over here and just kind of hold out. Give me some eyes on the port. You're just going to stay right there in Baltimore. You are going to go to this unit, and we're going to attach you. Create an escort. Again, you can do that today, of course. That battering ram assists the pikemen in attacking the city directly. Alright, let's see. Siege tower. I don't really like siege towers. Let's see. I feel like a knight would be pretty cool. So we're going to do knights. And then choose production. We'll go with an aqueduct. Shoot. This is wonderful. Of course, we'd have to be one of these two. We'll go with the one with the less. Alright, dang it. We'll just do this. because again, I'm getting extra bonuses there. But in any case, guys, that's gonna be game. So I'll pretty much save here, and then next time what will happen is we'll prepare our invasion of Russia. And again, if you're wondering why are you going to invade Russia, well, I'm doing it before they invade us. Let's be honest, Russians are going to invade us. That is long term. We can't really invade them. There's actually too many mountains, stuff like that, so I don't feel I'd be very confident in landing troops and attacking them directly. So yeah, my major goal is kind of conquering our continent. Oh my god, Moscow. Oh, yeah, pushing to Moscow, although that is going to be brutal to fight through. And securing pretty much the rest of this continent. Although, if that's Moscow and that's the end, that's frightening, the fact that he somehow got over here. But I'm assuming there's like a pathway that went across. But we'll see. We'll see. The fact that Moscow's right there is actually pretty good, because we could actually take Moscow and then place a defensive hold there and hold off the rest of the Russians. But yeah, so that's going to be game. Tune in next time to where, again, we finish that war and we finish our expansion here and kind of fortify ourselves a little better. In any case, it's been Greyshot17. And before I go, I do want to thank my Patreon supporters like Chris, Leo, Tim, and Sean. But otherwise...